Harubab, your host, and I warmly welcome you all to today's webinar. We are truly honored by your presence and participation. Today's session is a deep dive into a very vital and emerging dimension of the global Islamic financial system. And we are really in fact, we are extremely privileged to have with us Mr. Majid PouyanMehr, a globally recognized figure in this field in Iran. Mr. Majid currently serves as the head of Islamic Finance Office and secretary of the Sharia Committee at the Securities and Exchange Organization of Iran. He holds a bachelor's and master's in Islamic finance from Imam Sadiq University and is currently pursuing a PhD in banking at Allameh Tabatabaei University. He also serves as a visiting professor at the University of Tehran and Razavi University of Mashhad. He is the national correspondent for Islamic Finance News Malaysia and has served as board member and now inspector at the Iran Association of Islamic Finance. We look forward to gaining valuable insights from his expertise today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look. After the session, first our session will proceed with the keynote presentation, followed by a brief Q&A session. And now, without further ado, I now request Mr. Majid to start his keynote address. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Sida Madiha Rubab, for the very good introduction to this session. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashraf al-anbiya wal-mursaleen. Wa habibi ilahi al-alamin Abil Qasim al-Mustafa Muhammad. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi al-muntajabeen. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, it is my great pleasure to have the chance to talk about Iran capital market, the experience we have in the Iranian capital market, the challenges we are now facing and opportunities ahead for the Iran capital market. And then I'm so thankful for Al-Sadiq Institute for Islamic Banking, Finance and Takaful for giving me this chance to get in touch with you and have such valuable opportunity for knowledge sharing and talking about the experience, our challenges, and the way that we are facing in front for development of Iran capital market. Let me share with you my slides, and I will go to for more details in the slides. Okay, just wait a moment, please. Okay. Okay, Ms. Robab, kindly let me know if you can see the slides.
Yes, sir. We can see the screen.
Yes, we can see.
Very good, very good. Okay.
Kindly share.
Okay, very good. The topic that I plan to share with you is about Iran capital market, introduction, challenges and opportunities. And I'm going to elaborate more about Iran capital market. Probably I've heard about the experience of Islamic finance instruments in Iran capital market, but this time I'm going to talk more in details about the way forward for the Islamic capital market instruments in the Iranian capital market. Okay. Let me, at the beginning, introduce myself, give you a short introduction about me. I am Majid PouyanMehr, and I have earned my Bachelor and Master in Islamic Finance, and also I'm currently doing my PhD in banking, all in Tehran from different universities in Tehran. And currently I am head of Islamic Finance Office and also Secretary of Sharia Committee at the Securities and Exchange Organization of Iran. As I will talk in more details in the future slides, the Securities and Exchange Organization is the regulatory and supervisory body for Iran capital market. And in this case, we regulate and we supervise Iran capital market, and we have 4 exchanges operating under the supervision of my organization, in which in the future slides I will talk more about the structure of the Iran capital market. Also, I am a visiting professor at some Iranian universities. Currently, I teach at the University of Tehran, and also I teach at, I previously taught at Razavi University for Mashhad, and I am engaged with Iran Association of Islamic Finance, and also the activities that we provide for our students at IAIF, the Iran Institution for Iranian Association for Islamic Finance. This is a short introduction about me, and as I told you, I'm very happy to have the chance to share with you some of our experience about Islamic capital market products, instruments, and also the challenges that we are facing in our capital market. In my slide, I have divided the presentation materials into 2 main categories, which include the providing an overview for Iran capital market at first step, and also talking about the challenges, opportunities in the capital market at the second step. So in my presentation, I would like to categorize the materials into 2 divisions, introducing Iran capital market as a general framework, and also talking about the challenges, opportunities that we have in Iran capital market. Just before I go to the future slides, let me tell you that currently I am head of Islamic Finance Office. Actually, at the Islamic Finance Office, we try to search, we try to discuss, we try to categorize materials for Islamic finance, different topics for development of financial products, and also preparing reports, searching about new financial products, carrying and supervising how the previously resolved products have been implemented. And we provide a relatively wide category of service to the Iran capital market. And then also, as the Secretary of Sharia Committee, I'm in charge of preparing the materials for a discussion in the Sharia Committee, and also preparing the resolution, and also caring about how the resolution are being implemented, and also talking in the sessions, in the meetings about the Sharia Committee resolution. So basically, I'm involved with several tasks in the area of Islamic finance in the Iran capital market. Okay, so the issue that I'm going to talk with you, whether in terms of the providing a general picture for Iranian capital market and also challenges and opportunities. I'm trying to focus on Islamic finance and also Islamic capital market products, and in that case, share with you some of the challenges that we face in the Iranian capital market. Okay, but let me at the beginning give you an overview picture for Iran capital market and talk with you about how the Iran capital market is structured and how it works. But before I provide more details about Iran capital market structure, let me share with you a critical aspect for Iran capital market, in which it is about the key feature for the Iran's capital market. Mr. Robab, just for clarification, let me know if now we can see the revolving slides, or it is still on the first slide.
Yes, sir. We can see. Your first slide is a key feature of Iran capital market.
Very good. Thank you very much. Just for clarification and assurance
Welcome,
of
sir.
good performance of the PowerPoint slides. Good. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. A key feature for Iran capital market is in relation with its structure, in which, based on the rules and regulations, Iran capital market might be, in some cases, a unique form of Islamic capital markets, in which, as many of you know, based on the rules and regulations, it is not legal in Iran capital market to issue nor to trade any financial product which contradicts Sharia principles. So basically, in terms of the rules and regulations, focus on rules and regulation, legally speaking, Iran capital market is a wholly Sharia-compliant financial framework in which several financial products are being studied from Sharia aspects, and if the Sharia committee approves that such a product is in compliance with Sharia principles, then the further steps might be taken for implementing of that financial instrument. So basically, in Iran capital market, we are facing a wholly Sharia-compliant framework. Definitely, there might be some contradiction to Sharia principles in terms of the real practice. I do not claim that Iran capital market is 100% Sharia-compliant in practice. There might be some misleading information, for example, in terms of the performance of companies, misleading information about the revenues or the financial statements. But in terms of rules and regulations, legally speaking, if we at the capital market regulator, we find some elements which contradict Sharia principles, those elements should be eliminated, and the capital market tries to correct those mistakes and put the direction in its right way. So this is a key feature for Iran capital market, and in that case, we have introduced several financial products to the capital market, but legally speaking, any financial product, if it wants to get implemented in the Iran capital market, it should be supervised by a Sharia committee, which is located at the regulatory body, and then we will see that financial product get implemented in the exchanges, in the investment banks, by the brokerage firms, by the advisor firms, different firms which operate in the Iranian capital market. So this is a key feature for the Iranian capital market. Let me give you a brief history about the capital market in Iran and the way that we had. Basically, Iran capital market initiated in operations in 1967. In 1967, the capital market performance was began. But let me share with you something. As I told you in this slide, the structure for Huli Sharia complaint began in 1979. After 1979, we had a new rules, we had a new constitution for the country, and after 1979, financial products should be in compliance with Sharia. Before that year, we had other financial products such as conventional bonds issued in the Iran capital market, which is not in compliance with Sharia. So this is a key milestone year for the Iranian capital market, in which after 1979, we had a change in the direction and we had a new way for development in compliance with Sharia. But before 1979, we had some conventional securities. And as you see in this slide, in 1967, Iran capital market initiated operations. We had some conventional bonds at that year in the capital market. But after 1979, the story was changed, and legally speaking, it was not legal to issue nor to trade any financial product which contradicts Sharia after 1979. So the capital market began in 1967, and then in 2003, we had another exchange introduced in the Iranian capital market, which was an exchange for trading for metals. And also in 2004, we had another exchange for trading commodities, agricultural commodities in 2004. So at the initial phase, we had three types of exchanges: Tehran Stock Exchange for trading securities and companies' shares, and also bonds. Those instruments were traded at Tehran Stock Exchange, and also the commodity exchanges were later launched in order to provide some platforms for trading commodities. In 2005, we had the demutualization phase. In 2005, Iran Parliament enacted that capital market structure should be demutualized, and we had the supervisory and regulatory body plus the operational body. So the mutualization phase focused on separation of supervision with separation of supervision and the operation. So we had 2005 SEO established. My organization was established in 2005, and also the Central Securities Depository of Iran, another company, was established in order to settle the post-trade activities for the Iran capital market. Later on, in 2007, 2008, and 2012, we had other types of exchanges introduced in the Iranian capital market: Iran Mercantile Exchange, Faro Bourse, and also Energy Exchange. Basically, we had Tehran Stock Exchange established before 2005. Tehran Stock Exchange was doing its performance after 2005, but other exchanges were introduced into the capital market later. So after 2005, we had new exchanges introduced in the Iran capital market. And as I told you, Tehran Stock Exchange plus Iran Faro Bourse, two exchanges for trading equities, and also Mercantile Exchange and Energy Exchange, two exchanges for trading the commodities. But what is very important is that after 1979, as I told you in my previous slide, legally speaking, all financial products should be in compliance with Sharia. So it is not legal after 1979 in the Iran capital market to issue bonds, to issue, for example, the revenues or the companies which the some sort of the revenues are contradicting Sharia principles. Okay, in this slide, I've provided a general snapshot for Iran capital market structure. As you can see here in this slide, we have the policymaker. Policymaker for the Iran capital market is the High Council. We have a specific High Council which supervises general structure for the capital market and also its performance, finalizing the policies, and also talking about the profit rates and also the tax issues, and also the general structure for the capital market is being finalized by the High Council. Below High Council, we have the SEO, my organization. We supervise and we regulate the capital market in compliance with the general policies which are being announced by the High Council. And also, we have 4 exchanges. We have Tehran Stock Exchange, Iran Faraburs, Iran Mercantile Exchange, and also Iran Energy Exchange. 4 exchanges for trading different securities and also different commodities. As I told you in my previous slide, Tehran Stock Exchange and also Iran Faraburs are 2 exchanges for trading securities, equity of the companies, and also some types of sukuk are being listed and traded in the equities exchanges, in the securities exchanges. And we have 2 types of exchanges for trading commodities, mercantile exchange and also the energy exchange. Plus the exchanges that we have in the Iran capital market, we have also other institutions who provide different services. As you can see here, Central Securities Depository of Iran is in charge of post-trade activities. Securities Exchange Technology Management is a specific company for providing the technical and platforms committee services for trading of the commodities. This is actually a specific company which is engaged with the IT issues. We have Ryan Burs, another company which is in charge for calculating the indexes and also the several indexes, and also providing risk, evaluating the risk for the market, how different industries operate, what is the systemic risk for the market, what is the systematic risk, and also several types of risk are being supervised and evaluated by Ryan Burs. And also we have several associations which operate in the Iran capital market. And also we have the Central Asset Management Company, a specific company for supervising the sukuk issuance in terms of SPVs. So Central Asset Management Company is a dedicated company for SPVs and sukuk issuance facilitation. So this is I'm talking about this one, which is the 4th level for different companies which provide services. And also we have several financial entities. We have different type of funds, Islamic fund, definitely Islamic funds, investment banks, portfolio managers, and also we have several investment companies, rating agencies, brokerage firms, investment advisors, data processing companies, holding companies, and also SPVs. So as I told you, this is the general picture for the Iran capital market, which is starts at the highest level, the council, the High Council, and also we have several financial institutions which operate in the Iran capital market. Okay, In terms of Islamic financial instruments, in Iran capital market, we have several types of financial instruments. Non-for-profit, such as Waqf Sukuk and also the Qarz Sukuk. These Sukuk are some sort of Sukuk which do not carry any profit for the investors. We have also several types of fixed income Sukuk like Ijara Sukuk and Murabaha Sukuk. This is definitely, as many of you know, are some sort of fixed income sukuk, and also we have variable income sukuk is another type of sukuk which is based on variable income contracts like musharaka and also salam. These type of sukuk are being issued in the Iran capital market. In this slide, I have provided some facts and figures about the value of issued sukuk in the Iran capital market since 2012. As you can see, in 2012, value of issued sukuk in 2002. I'm talking about issued sukuk. I am not talking about outstanding sukuk. The value of outstanding sukuk is different than issued sukuk. In this slide, I'll talk about issued sukuk in the Iran capital market in 2012. We had only 526 was the value of sukuk in Iran capital market. In 2024, the value was over 10 billion US dollar. That was the value of issued sukuk in 2024. As you can see in this slide, in Iran capital market, we have several types of financial products. As you can see, Islamic Treasury notes, Qarz al-Hasan Sukuk, Ijara Sukuk, GOM certificates, debt-based Sukuk, Murabaha Sukuk, mortgage-backed securities, Musharaka Sukuk, and also Istisna Sukuk and Manfa'a Sukuk. These are several types of financial products which have been issued in the Iran capital market, and altogether the value comes to over 10 billion US dollar in 2024. So this is the value of issued sukuk in Iran capital market since 2012 and till 2024. In terms of the value of asset under management for Iran Islamic funds, let me tell you that we have fixed income funds, mixed funds, equities funds, commodities funds, real estate funds, venture and private funds, fund of funds, and also project funds. We have in Iran several types of funds. And each type of fund, has a very long story and so many topics for discussion, similar with the story for Sukuk. As you can see in this slide, Alhamdulillah, we try to structure several types of Sukuk. Some of Sukuk were more welcomed by the investors and also the originators in comparison with other type of sukuk. So if I want to tell you the story for each type of sukuk, whether was it successful or it was not successful, it is a very long story. And in this meeting, I'm not going to go into details for any type of sukuk. Any type of sukuk, has it's a very long story for discussion, and Alhamdulillah, some were successful. Unfortunately, some were not. So it is, long story, and maybe in the next meetings I can provide some more details about the story for success or failure of some type of sukuk in our capital market. What was the reason? Actually, this is something which we may talk in the future meetings. And also the same story for funds. If I want to talk about the funds, also a very long story for each type of fund. Some were successful, some were not, and some were welcomed by the investors, some were not. And but altogether in December 2024, the value of asset under management (AUM) in Islamic funds of Iran reached to over 14 billion US dollar as for December 2024. So that was the first part of my presentation, focusing about a general framework for Iran capital market, the different structure, different entities that we had in the Iran capital market. Okay, before I go to the my next session, which is about the challenges, opportunities, let me give you a short flashback about general structure for Iran capital market, and go for the next slide, which is about the opportunities and also the challenges. If I want to summarize my first part of the presentation for the Iran capital market, a key feature for Iran capital market was that after 1979, legally speaking, the capital market products must be in compliance with Sharia, and it was not legal in the Iran capital market to neither to issue nor to trade any financial product which contradicts Sharia. So in that case, we may claim that Iran capital market is unique form of financial product currently in the Islamic finance environment in different countries. I will tell you in the future slide about the opportunities and challenges for this feature. But anyway, that's a platform which shows that in Iran, after 1979, it was not legal to issue bonds. Bonds were eliminated. Issuance of bonds were eliminated after that year. Okay. Okay. Issuance of bonds were eliminated in the Iran capital market, and that was a key feature for the Iran. The story for development of the capital market, as I told you, began in 1967 by establishment of Tehran Stock Exchange, and we had two commodities exchanges established later on in 2003 and 2004. In 2005, we had demutualization, in which the supervisory authority and also the operational authority get separated, and we have one institute, which is my institute actually, for supervising and regulating the capital market. And we have several operating and operational entities in the Iran capital market, and also later on in 2007, 2008, 2012, we had different exchanges introduced in the Iran capital market besides Tehran Stock Exchange. Tehran Stock Exchange was introduced in over 50 years ago, but later on in 2007, 8, and 12, other type of exchange came in the Iran capital market. In this slide, I provided some information about the policies and also the structure for the capital market. High Council talks about the policies. My organization, SEO, supervises and regulates. We have 4 exchanges, 2 for commodities, 2 for equities. We have also a specific technical companies operating in the Iran capital market. And also we have several financial institutions. As I told you, in Iran capital market, we have several types of sukuk, non-for-profit, fixed income sukuk, and also variable income sukuk. And in this slide, I told you about the value of issued sukuk in Iran capital market since 2012 till 2024. And also the value of asset under management for Iran Islamic funds. As I told you, as for December 2024, the value of asset under management in Iran capital market came to more than 14 billion US dollar. Okay. In my next step, I'm going to talk about the challenges and opportunities for the Iran capital market based on the uh, uh, structure which I provided in the previous slide. But before I go for the section two, let me ask the audience if they have any idea, any questions, or they want to talk about some issues about the general structure for Iran capital market. So if you have some issues to talk about, if you have some ideas about the general structure for the capital market, please share with us. Otherwise, I can go to the next section, and also we have the Q&A at the end of the presentation.
So kindly proceed. We have a dedicated Q&A session. So without wasting our time, we will go ahead with the presentation of yours.
Very good. Okay, good. So let me talk about the challenges and opportunities in Iran capital market. That's a critical issue that I want to share with you right now. Uh, um, Let me tell you that in Iran capital market, we have a major outlook which is based on the general principles for Islamic finance. You know that if you want to talk about any type of Islamic financial system, we are talking about the Sharia rules and regulations. We are talking about Sharia general principles, like the prohibition of interest, and also qarar, and also the investments which are dealt with haram activities like alcohol, gambling, and the other types. The same story applies here in Iran capital market. When we talk about the Iran Islamic capital market, we are trying to avoid some elements which include riba, qarar, and also the harming of the people and also the society. And in terms of what must be done, we are caring about asset-backed financing, caring about ethics in the capital market, and also compliance with contracts, in which in Iran capital market we emphasize on the Sharia compliant framework for contracts. So when we want to structure, for example, Salam Sukuk, we want to structure investment funds, we want to structure, for example, mortgage-backed securities, we try to care about the compliance with Sharia for the contracts. So, based on the such principles, which avoidance and also inclusion of principles, Iran capital market is a specific type for financial products. And in this slide, I'm going to talk about the challenges that we now face in our capital market for financial products. One of the key challenges that we in Iran capital market are facing is in terms of complex regulations. What does it mean? It means that in Iran, if you want to, for example, issue some type of sukuk, for example, manfa'a sukuk or salam sukuk, uh, actually it is a very challenging issue, that how we can manage profit rates for such sukuk types. So in terms of the regulation, actually, I believe that in some cases we have a complex regulation framework in which, in some cases, for sukuk issuance, suppose that, for example, it's a variable income sukuk, but in terms of risk, profit risk management, the companies prefer to hedge their payable income, payable profit to the investors. So, in some cases, we are actually challenging with a complex regulations firm environment in which you can have several financial products, and you can have a complex regulatory framework in which that, based on the desires and also the prospectus and also the documents for that specific sukuk type, you can structure the profit payment mechanism in the way that is suitable for both parties, the investor and the company. So this is actually talking about the complex regulations in which that, based on the desires and the agreements of those engaging parties in for example, sukuk structure, you may find different solutions. So it's not, I claim that it's not a simple structure, but also I believe that it's complex regulation. And also, our second challenge is in terms of the standardization of financial products. This is also another challenge that we have in the Iran capital market. Uh, Let me tell you that in Iran, we have several resolutions by the Sharia committee. We have several resolutions by the board of directors of SEO. And what we lack in the capital market is standardization. For standardization, unfortunately, in the Iran capital market, we do not have any standardization framework for introduction of financial products. So this is the challenge that we are now facing. The story is that in the Iran capital market, when we talk about the standardization and lack of it in standardizations, you may see that, for example, if a company wants to issue salam sukuk, which is a variable income sukuk, and if suppose that another company wants to issue, for example, manfa'a sukuk, another variable income company, the third company wants to issue musharaka sukuk, another variable income company, you may see different procedures, you may see different financial framework, you may see different disclosure of information. So in Iran, unfortunately, right now, we lack the standardization of products. We lack the standardization of procedures. So in that case, for different financial products, which might be in some cases similar to each other, we may see a different policy, we may see a different resolution, we may find some different reporting, for example, framework. And in that case, as I told you, for manfa'a, musharaka, or salam, all variable income sukuk, you may find different frameworks for profit payments. And in that case, I believe that one of the challenges that right now we are facing in the Iran capital market is for the standardization of the resolutions and also announcing to the market some standards. The third challenge that right now we are facing in the capital market is lack of sufficient components for effective Sharia governance. The story is that, let me share with you some ideas about such challenge. The story is that after 1979, we had in the capital market a framework in which the different financial products should be in compliance with Sharia. That's clear, that's obvious, and that's clear for everyone. But the point is that when we talk about effective Sharia governance framework, you need several elements included in that governance framework. But the point is that if you say that my financial product, my capital market is wholly Sharia compliant, then you may lack enough Sharia supervision for screening of the company's activities in terms of Sharia. Why? The story is that in that case, the company's management teams, they claim that, okay, we are investing in a Sharia compliant framework, we are reporting in a Sharia compliant framework, we are doing our business in a Sharia compliant framework. So why there should be a Sharia screening supervision? For this reason, right now in Iran capital market, we lack sufficient elements for Sharia governance. And that's one of the another challenge that we have in the Iran capital market. And the fourth challenge in Iran capital market, the fourth challenge in Iran capital market is about two approaches for fiqh, for understanding Sharia. We have two approaches for interpreting about Sharia rules. The modern approach versus traditional approach. Why this is a challenge for the Iran capital market? The point is that, for example, in Iran capital market, we want to use equities as an underlying asset for ijara sukuk. And based on the interpretation for equity, you may find two different resolutions. You may get into different interpretations. You may get into different results based on the approach that you're taking for about that financial product. So that's another challenge that we are right now facing in the Iran capital market. Modern approach versus the traditional approach. So that was the story about the challenges that right now we are facing in the Iran capital market. Let me summarize them. Complex regulations, different type of financial instruments, different type of funds, which might be basically and fundamentally similar, might be different based on a complex framework for regulations, and also lack of standardization. Lack of standardization issue is quite important because several financial products which might be similar with each other, you may find different resolutions about them. And as a result, if you want to issue several variable income sukuk, you may find several regulations, several procedures, and that's a result of lack of standardization. And also, the third challenge was that we do not have sufficient elements for a good and effective Sharia governance framework. And the fourth one is that currently in Iran, we have two approaches for fiqh issues, whether the traditional approach in comparison with modern approach. And as a result, as I told you, the example of equities, you may find two different resolutions based on the specific approach which you're taking. In terms of the opportunities for Iran capital markets, let me share with you some opportunities that, alhamdulillah, we have in the capital market. The first one is that, alhamdulillah, we try to eliminate riba as much as we can in the capital market. Definitely, it is not wholly eliminated in terms of real practice. There might be some misleading information about the reporting. There might be some misleading information about the performance. This is something that we know. But in terms of the rules and regulation, Alhamdulillah, their hands are open, and that's a good opportunity for a capital market to develop in compliance with Sharia, and we have Alhamdulillah a wide way ahead, and we can use it for further developments. Alhamdulillah, we have a good position for the Sharia committee, as I told you. In the Iran capital market, financial products at the beginning should be studied by the Sharia committee. So if the Sharia committee refuses any financial product from Sharia perspective, that financial product would be eliminated, and it is not legal in Iran capital market to have such products get promoted. Alhamdulillah, the third opportunity that we have in the Iran capital market is the good structure for financial literacy. We are really emphasizing of the importance of financial literacy, and we are caring about the financial literacy. And let me tell you something interesting, that in Iran capital market, if you want to get employed in a brokerage firm, in an investment bank, in a advisory company, you have to pass several professional exams, and you have to earn specific professional certificates. If you want to earn that professional certificate, you have to pass several tests, whether in terms of the Islamic aspects, the operational aspects, accounting, rules and regulations. And Alhamdulillah, one of the good opportunities is that in Iran capital market, the employment by the financial institutions are being done with the Islamic issues. And also the fourth opportunity that right now we have is Alhamdulillah for development. We since 1979 we started development program, we started development route, and still till now the development phase is in progress, and Alhamdulillah we have a good market for development. This is a very good issue that right now we are in the Iran capital market. We are still in progress and trying to develop the financial products as much as we can in compliance with Sharia. So that was my presentation about Iran capital market, and I'm so thankful for your attention, and let me send my best regards to Al-Sadiq Institute for Islamic Banking, Finance and Takaful for giving me this chance, and thank you very much again for your consideration. Ms. Robab, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Majid sir, for your consideration and kind words, and for this enriching session. We have one question for you from our participants. Sayyid Faraz Ahmed has asked to brief about Qarz Sukuk. Can you please elaborate?
Sure. Okay. A very good question. A very good question. In terms of let me go to the slide for Qarz Sukuk. Okay, this one. The story for Qarz Sukuk is that in Iran, we issue Qarz Sukuk, and in Qarz Sukuk, basically Qarz Sukuk is not a profit-making instrument. It is a non-for-profit making instrument. By Qarz Sukuk, the originators, the companies issue Sukuk, and investors who prefer to invest in the Ammul Manfa'a, the good public services, industries, they invest in qard sukuk. For example, suppose that Iran government plans to build some schools at some poor neighbors or for some poor students, or provide some services to the poor students or the poor people, for example. Then the government may issue qard sukuk and announce that I'm going to finance building some schools at some places in which we provide free education services for poor students. If you want to get involved with that services, you may invest in qard sukuk. Then the people purchase qard sukuk from the market. They give them the money. For example, let's say each sukuk is, for example, let's say for 10 US dollar each sukuk, each sack is for 10 US dollar. And for example, investor A purchases 5 sukuk, which equals to 50 US dollar, pays 50, and at maturity, which is, for example, let's say after 2 years, he will receive 50 US dollar without any more. So that's the structure for qard sukuk. We Ardul Hasan in Holy Quran, we recite أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة. So based on this holy verse of Quran, we structured Qardul Hasan Sukuk in order to finance some non-for-profit projects for enabling the poor students, the poor people, and providing them the free education, providing them or for example, let's say even the free hospitals, free education, free transportation, such sort of services are being provided and financed by qard sukuk in Iran. The investor, you pay 50 US dollar. After 1 year or maybe after 2 years at maturity, you receive only 50%, the same amount as your principal. I hope that it was clear.
Yes, sir, it's very much clear. Now, I request you to answer one question which I have. In fact, a very good friend and mentor of mine has told me to ask from you that which figure is followed and whether the current Islamic banking is compliant with 4+1 figure Imam preaching.
I'm sorry, I could not catch the point. May you repeat the question?
Yes, sure, sir. Which figure is followed in Iranian Islamic capital market, and whether the current Islamic banking is compliant with 4+1? That's what exactly the question is asking. 4+1 Islamic fiqh Imam preachings.
Oh, very good question. Okay, very good.
Thank
Okay. Yes, in Iran, the structure is based on the Imamiya school of thought. But when the Sharia committee wants to announce the resolution, the Sharia committee tries to announce its resolution in a way that both, the Shia and also the Sunni schools get involved. So we emphasize on similarities as much as we can. In almost I can tell you that in almost maybe more than 90% of the financial products are the financial products which are similar in different schools, whether for Shia and also for the Sunnis. and then it might be some cases different viewpoints about some specific type of products, but the main category in which we follow is Imamia. But as I told you, the Sharia committee tries to resolve and announce a resolution based on similarities and general agreements for several contracts. And Alhamdulillah, as you know, in terms of the finance and also the Islamic contracts, Alhamdulillah, there are very much similarities in different schools, and then in that case, we believe that many of our financial products are based on the majority of Muslims population viewpoints, and also whether the Sunnis or whether for Shia, and we try to focus and emphasize on similarities in the best way as we can. And also
Okay, so
for the second part of the question about Islamic banking, we have the another story for Islamic banking, which is very similar for our capital market. The same story for the Sharia supervision and also Sharia compliance applies for banking system. Definitely, there are some differences for Sharia supervision between Islamic banking in Iran and also the Islamic capital market. There are some differences for Sharia supervision, but the story for general principles for Sharia compliance is similar for Iran banking and also the Iran capital market.
wonderful. So I have another question that looking from Iranian perspective, how do you evaluate the Pakistani? In fact, I wish to have your comments about Pakistani capital market and Pakistani banking.
A very good question.
Thank you.
A very good question. Actually, I was in Pakistan several times, maybe 4 or 5 times. I have been in Pakistan, and also I attended several conferences, several academic and the financial conferences organized by different entities in Pakistan. Alhamdulillah, I told my Pakistani brothers and sisters that Pakistan has a very good and huge potential for development, for Sharia development, Sharia compliant development. The story is that the Pakistan people are basically they are standing on their own feet, and it means that they are very incentivized for Sharia-based development, Sharia-based financial products, Sharia-based financial system, and also they are really eager to implement Islam in the financial markets. And that's a very key and critical aspect for Pakistan financial framework, whether in terms of the capital market or in terms of the banking system. I believe that the way that Pakistan has started for implementing a wholly Sharia compliant, if I'm not making a mistake, in 2028 maybe, or 2029, I'm not sure, but it is a very good step. And then I believe that the Pakistan model for Islamic finance, Alhamdulillah, will be a very good and brilliant one, because the Pakistan people are very much incentivized for development of Islamic financial products in their own country, from one aspect. And also the second aspect is that the Pakistan people are really they try to stand on their own feet, and that's a very good aspect for development. You try to develop the financial market as good, as effective, as productive as you can. And that's another key aspect for development of Pakistan financial framework. Inshallah, I wish to hear more about success of the financial framework in Pakistan soon, and to, inshallah, soon in the future hear about your success and also the opportunities you have in the Pakistan capital market.
Thank you for your kind response, sir. Sir, I have a few other questions. Sir, looking at the timeline from 1967 to 2012, uh, which phase presented the greatest challenge for market participants, and how were those challenges really addressed?
Actually, one of the very important challenges for the development way that we had in the Iran capital market was after 2012. In 2012, Iran capital market initiated a new framework for introduction of SPVs, special purpose vehicles. And after that year, we had some changes in the calculation of profits, the investments. And that year, it was a very challenging issue for the market, the investors, and also the companies, and they had to follow the new mechanism. At the beginning, when you want to introduce any new financial product, any new financial procedures, you will see some problems. And I think that it is maybe a natural. And one of the key years for the challenge was, I believe that it was 2012. And after that, by the development of funds and also providing the funds, we had some good investment opportunities more provided by funds. And because, when we talk about the funds, we try to establish an indirect investment platform. And in that case, it was a good experience for us. The funds really managed that challenge and helped and assisted for promotion of the capital market.
Thank you very well. Sir, another question. You have shared a chart with us of Islamic finance and Sukuk, and you have outlined several types of Sukuk, including Waqf, Qarz, Ijara, Muraba, Musharka, and Salam. Chart has shown significant growth in Sukuk issuance values. Can you please highlight which factors have contributed to this growth, and how do you see this trend continuing in the future? And another part of this question is in many countries we have ESG's regulations and all these things, ESG related. Okay, and we have not seen any green Sukuk issuance or anything like this. So can you please highlight this thing and elaborate? Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Just let me show you the slide for, okay, this one. For different types of sukuk in Iran capital market. As as you can see here, in terms of sukuk issuance, one of the very key factors for success was the market demands. It means that both parties, the investors and also the companies, they agree for some specific elements, and that's a key factor for success. When we look at different sukuk issued in the Iranian capital market, we see that the main factor for success or challenge in the sukuk is the market preferences. I mean, the company's preferences and also the investors' preferences. The story is that in some cases, they may prefer on fixed income sukuk structures. So you will see a huge demand towards, for example, Murabba sukuk. And in some cases, you will see a huge demand for variable income sukuk. And in some years, you may see a shifting of sukuk issuance model towards variable income sukuk. So the preferences for the investors and also the companies is a key factor for challenges and also success of financial products in the Iranian capital market. For your second part of the question, which was about the ESG, I think that actually I have to share with you that in Iran we are working on this type of sukuk, the green sukuk. We have actually started some activities through our energy exchange by introducing for example, some sort of financial products which are based on the ESG frameworks, and we are going to transfer and develop those elements from the energy exchange to the securities exchange. And soon in the future, maybe after 1 or 2 years, I wish that the structure for ESG sukuk issuance could be finalized in the Iranian capital market, and we try to transfer the experience from our energy exchange toward the securities exchange.
Thank you, sir. We are also hopeful for this future. Sir, you have last but not the least, last question from a friend of mine. Sir, you have identified the lack of sufficient components for effective Sharia governance as a main challenge. Considering
Yes.
the geopolitical situation and components working, what specific steps would you recommend to strengthen Sharia supervision and integration into corporate governance structures?
Very good. Okay. Actually, we have proposed some rules and regulation for the Sharia supervisors in Iran capital market, how they may be elected, how they may be supervised, and actually we are trying to provide a general framework for Sharia governance. And in that Sharia governance framework, the Sharia supervisors play a key role for realizing an Islamic mode of financing. So we are finalizing the operations, the operational advisors in the Iranian capital market. Actually, one of our challenges is that how those supervisors might be elected and how they will prepare the reports and to whom they should send the report, and how the market regulator should face with the reports in which the Sharia supervisors have dedicated to the market regulator. So we have four main issues for the Sharia supervisors, and we are trying to finalize the draft for the performance of the Sharia supervisors in the Iranian capital market for providing more elements towards a comprehensive Sharia governance framework. And also for corporate governance and also Sharia governance, In Iran, alhamdulillah, we finalized the rules and regulations for corporate governance. And corporate governance framework is being announced by the Iran SEO. And then we are now trying to integrate Sharia governance with corporate governance. That's a key factor, because we have finalized and we have introduced corporate governance framework for the companies in the Iran capital market. And my department, my office, is now, we have proposed some ideas for integrating Sharia governance principles with the corporate governance framework. And it's not yet finalized. It's in the process. And I wish that because we have want to finalize it, there should be lots of meetings, so many different aspects finalized, the rules and regulations, the operational aspects, the reporting aspects, the payments, and also reimbursement of the activities. All these aspects are quite important for success of the model. And we unfortunately we lack it, but we try to find the best solution for integrating it to the corporate governance framework.
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude on behalf of Al-Sadiq Institute of Islamic Banking and Takaful, and mine too, for sharing your profound knowledge and international perspective on Islamic finance. Your insight today has truly broadened our vision and understanding. Special thank you to all our participants for their time and engagement. We also acknowledge the efforts of our organizing team, technical support, who made this webinar possible. Please stay connected with our social media channels for further updates or for more such impactful sessions in the future. Thank you again, Mr. Majid, for this enlightening session. Until then, stay safe and keep learning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and thank you. I'm so thankful to you. And jazakumullah khaira. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you.
Hafiz.